Hey you guys, it's your girl Nessa. Welcome back to another video, and I have a makeup tutorial for you guys today. If you want to see this beautiful glittery smoky wing liner, just keep on watching. So I am going in with the Anastasia dark brown pomade, and I'm going to lightly fill in her brows. As you can see, I am doing long strokes. I'm barely putting any pressure into her brows. The reason why I do this is because this pomade does go on pretty dark, and when you do longer strokes, I feel like the product just lightly goes on the brow without making the brows look really dark. So I am adding product into the front of her brows, and I'm going to lightly fill in the front and flicking it up. The reason why I'm doing this is because I feel like when you do this part, the brow just looks better and it looks longer. So now I am concealing underneath her brows with the shade Ginger from the NARS concealer. I like this concealer a lot to conceal the brows because it gives a very full coverage effect, and I also use this as an eyeshadow base. It makes the brows look super clean, so I do highly recommend this concealer for underneath the brows. To make sure the brows are even in the front part is I do make a concealer unibrow. This is one of my favorite tricks to do. One of my pet peeves for eyebrows is when one brow is like higher than the other, so I do highly recommend to definitely make a unibrow concealer. And all I'm doing now is I'm using the same exact concealer to conceal the top part of her brows. And all I'm doing now is I'm just using a fluffy brush, and all I'm doing is blending out the concealer edges around the brows. So I am going in with a fluffy brush, well, a smaller fluffy brush, and I'm going to be blending in between her eyebrows. One of my another pet peeves is boxy eyebrows, so doing this will give you more of an ombre effect to the brow. So what I'm doing now is I'm going in with the Morphe 35OM palette, and I'm going to go in with that orange shade on the top part, and I'm going to be blending this into her crease. This is going to be my transition color. With a lighter orange just to blend out the edges of the first color that I put down because I felt like it was a little harsh, and I will be doing this to both of the eyes. So now I'm going in with a darker brown from the same exact palette, and I'm going to be putting this in her crease, and I'm going to blend this in, and this is going to give her more of a depth eye look, kind of like a smoky look, like, you know what I mean, more smoky. I want it to be more smoky on the outer parts, just so that when she opens up her eyes, it just looks like a little bit more dramatic. So I am going to go in with this e.l.f. base, and it's called Flirty. This base reminds me of the Stila eyeshadow base as well, but these are way more affordable. They're literally the same exact thing, and I absolutely love these. These are less than like $10, so I do highly recommend for you to check them out. This is a very fun thing to like put on your eyes to make your eyes look way more dramatic and more sparkly without actually using glitter. So I am going in with my favorite primer. This is the e.l.f. primer, the poreless one. And all I'm going to do is just buff this all in the center of her face. So on her nose, the side of her nose, her chin, on top of her lips, the side of the lips, and also on her forehead. Now I'm going in with the Born This Way foundation in the shades. Sorry, I don't know the shades by heart. But it's golden beige and caramel, and I'm going to apply this all over her face using a brush. I feel like brushes make the foundation last longer, so I personally like using brushes to apply my foundation than actually using a damp beauty sponge. As you can see now, I am using a smaller brush to apply the foundation onto her forehead. And now I'm just going to be using a wet beauty blender just to pounce around where I apply the foundation, just to take off any extra foundation on her skin, because she obviously already has beautiful skin. So now I'm going in with the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the medium tan sand shade, and I'm going to apply this underneath her eyes, her forehead, and on her chin. And now I'm going in with the same exact concealer but in the shade medium, and I'm going to apply this really lightly underneath her eyes, her forehead, and her chin, because I felt like I wanted it to be a little bit brighter. And now I'm going in with the Laura Mercier, I think I'm saying it right, the Laura Mercier translucent powder, and I'm going to apply this with my beauty blender, and I'm going to press this into her skin. This is going to make her skin look very flawless and very filter-like in real life and also in pictures. I personally don't like baking. I just feel like baking just makes the face look really bad, especially when you take pictures. So yes, all I'm doing is just pouncing this into her skin. Now I'm going in with the Kylie Jenner yellow powder. This is her setting powder. I really like this powder. I don't like her concealers as much, but this powder is amazing. But the only thing is you have to know how to apply it. So what I'm doing is I'm using a brush, and I'm going to apply this everywhere where I put the translucent powder. This is going to help brighten up her under eyes. So now I'm going in with the Fenty contour, Fenty bronzer, the Fenty bronzer in Bajan girl, and I'm going to bronze her skin up. I love these bronzers. They're super gorgeous on the skin. So now I'm going in with the Kylie Jenner blush in the shade Close to Perfect. And this blush is beautiful. And I'm just using a dual fiber brush from Wet n Wild to apply her blush on her skin. So now I'm going in with the Artist Couture Conceited Highlighter. And I'm going to apply this on the high cheekbones of her face. Going in with the KKW Beauty highlighter in the shade Tempting, and I'm going to highlight in the inner tear duct of her eyes. I'm also highlighting underneath her eyebrows too. I feel like this gives the look more of a glamorous, more highlighted makeup look. So now I'm going in with that dark shade that I use in her crease and then another darker brown to basically smoke out like a wing liner look. I feel like this gives like the look more of a smoky and like natural look, if that makes sense. Not natural, but it's not as harsh as like a liquid black liner. This is very fun. I feel like it just looks more soft than actually using a black liner, creating like a really strong black liner look. Now I am going to go in with some black liner, and I'm just going to highlight underneath her eyes, and after I'm done with that, I'm going to go in with that dark brown shade that I use in her crease just to smoke underneath her eyes. Going in with the KKW Beauty lip liner in the shade Nude 2. I love her lip liners. Oh my god, they're so nice. I don't know what I've been missing out on, but you guys need to get on this lip liner. It's so smooth. It's not expensive. I believe it's less than like $18. Way better than MAC lip liners. So definitely check out her lip liners. So I did use the shade Virgin from Morphe. I didn't show it, but that's the shade that I used. I really didn't like it as much, so I did go in with a lighter concealer, just applied in the center to lighten up the lips a little bit more. So now I'm going in with the lip gloss from e.l.f. called Peach Bellini. I don't know, but you guys see the color. I can't say it right. But yeah, that's the lip gloss that I did use on her. I love e.l.f. lip glosses, so definitely check them out. And I'm just going back in with some brown lip liner just to kind of deepen up the lips a little bit so it's not so pale. So now I'm going in with my favorite beauty supply store lashes and the number 14 from Kiss. They're basically called IMV, but these lashes are so pretty. They're super affordable. The only thing is I recommend is for you to curl them before applying them on the eyes. So this is the completed look. What do you guys think? Comment below what your thoughts were. This was super fun to create. I think this is a beautiful look, especially for, you know, birthdays, weddings, anything fun, anything more like elegant. And do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate you guys all. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.